Hello, my dear friends. Welcome back to my video. Today, I want to share something very special with you. This is not just a story. This is my story, my real story. It is about my family. It is about how I learned English. It is about the small steps that changed my entire life. 5 years ago, I could not speak English at all, not even one sentence. I was afraid. I was shy. I thought English was too difficult for me. But today I can speak English. I can write English. I can share my story with you. How did this happen? How did I change? This is what I want to tell you today. So please listen carefully until the end, because if I can learn English, you can too. Let's begin. My name is Rajesh. I am 24 years old now, but my story begins when I was 19. I live in a small town in India. The name of my town is Rajapur. Maybe you have never heard of it. That's okay. It is a very small place. My town is not modern. We don't have big shopping malls. We don't have fancy restaurants. But we have something more important. We have love. We have family. We have dreams. My home is simple. It is not big. It is not expensive. But it is full of warmth. My family is small. There are only 3 members: my father, my mother, and me. We are not rich. My father is not a businessman. My mother is not a doctor. We don't have a lot of money, but we are very happy. We are very close. We support each other every single day. This story is about how my parents helped me learn English, how they encouraged me, how they believed in me when I didn't believe in myself. This story is also about how small daily practice can completely change your future. So let me start from the beginning. My father, the man who never gives up. My father's name is Ramesh. He is 52 years old now. But he is a simple man, but he is very strong. Every morning, my father wakes up at 5 a.m., even on Sundays, even on holidays. He drinks 1 cup of tea, then he goes to work. My father works in a small government office. He is a clerk. He helps people with their paperwork. He helps them with their documents. His work is not easy. Sometimes people are angry. Sometimes they shout at him. But my father never shouts back. He stays calm. He smiles and helps them. He works from 9 a.m. to 6 p.m., sometimes even longer. When he comes home, he is very tired. His back hurts. His legs hurt. But he never complains. He never says, "I am too tired." He never says, "Life is too hard." Instead, he sits with me. He asks about my day. He asks about my studies. And he always tells me the same thing. "Son, hard work always brings success. Always. Never forget this." My father studied only until class 10. After that, he had to work. His family was very poor. He didn't have a choice. But he always regretted not studying more. That's why he wants me to study. That's why he pushes me. Even though he doesn't speak English, he knew English was important. He would say, "Son, the world is changing. English is the future. You must learn it." My father is my first inspiration. My mother, the heart of our home. My mother's name is Lakshmi. She is 48 years old. She is the kindest person I know. My mother wakes up even earlier than my father. She wakes up at 4:30 a.m. She makes tea for my father. She makes breakfast for all of us. She cleans the house. She washes the clothes. She does everything. My mother never went to school. She cannot read or write very well, but she is very wise. She understands people. She understands feelings. When I was young, I was very weak in studies. I would fail my exams. I would come home crying. My classmates would laugh at me. They would say, "Rajesh is stupid. He will never pass." I felt so bad. I wanted to give up. I wanted to stop going to school. But my mother would hug me. She would wipe my tears, and she would say, "Don't worry, my son. You are not stupid. You just need more time. Try again. You will do better." Her words were like medicine. They healed my heart. They gave me courage. My mother would sit with me for hours. She couldn't help me with homework because she didn't understand it, but she would sit beside me. She would bring me water. She would bring me snacks. She would say, "I cannot teach you, but I can sit with you. You are not alone." That support meant everything to me. When I started learning English, my mother couldn't understand a single word, but she was my biggest supporter. She would ask me every day, "Did you practice English today?" If I said no, she would say, "Go now, practice, even for 10 minutes." My mother taught me that love and support are more important than knowledge. My parents' sacrifice. My parents worked very hard for me. They saved every rupee. They didn't buy new clothes for themselves. They didn't go to restaurants. They didn't spend money on entertainment. All their money went to my education. They paid my school fees, they bought my books, they paid for my coaching classes. When I saw their sacrifice, I felt responsible. I felt I had to study hard. I had to make them proud. I couldn't let their sacrifice be wasted. That feeling, that responsibility, pushed me to learn English every single day. A simple school with big dreams. I study in a government school in my town. The name is Rajapur Government High School. It is not a fancy school. It is not like the schools you see in movies. There are no computers. There is no air conditioning. The building is old. But it is a good school. The teachers care about us. The classrooms are clean. The atmosphere is friendly. There is a playground where we play cricket and football after school. There is also a small library with old books. I love that library. It became my favorite place. My school has about 500 students. Most of them are from poor families like mine. Their parents are farmers, laborers, or shop workers. We all have the same dream, to study hard and build a better future. My English teacher, the man who changed everything. My English teacher's name is Mr. Kumar. He is about 55 years old. He has gray hair and round glasses. Mr. Kumar is different from other teachers. He is very patient. He is very kind. Most teachers in my school teach in Hindi. They translate everything, so students never really learn English. They just memorize answers. But Mr. Kumar was different. He spoke in English. He encouraged us to speak in English. At first, we were all scared. We didn't understand him. We made many mistakes. But he would say, "Don't worry about mistakes. Mistakes are your best teachers. The more mistakes you make, the faster you learn." He gave us simple tasks. Write 5 sentences about your day. Read 1 page from your English book. Speak 1 English sentence with your friend. These tasks were small, but they were very powerful. The day that changed my life. I remember one day very clearly. It was the day that changed everything for me. I was in class 11. I was 16 years old. Mr. Kumar asked the class, "Who wants to read this paragraph out loud?" Nobody raised their hand. Everyone was scared. Then Mr. Kumar looked at me. He said, "Rajesh, you read." My heart started beating fast. My hands started shaking. I stood up slowly. I opened my book. I started reading. But I made many mistakes. I pronounced words wrong. I read slowly. Some students laughed. I felt so embarrassed. I wanted to sit down and hide. But Mr. Kumar stopped me. He said, "Rajesh, read again. Slowly. Clearly." I read again, this time a little better. When I finished, Mr. Kumar smiled. He said, "Good job, Rajesh. You read with courage. That's the most important thing." He didn't focus on my mistakes. He focused on my courage. That moment changed my mindset. I realized it's okay to make mistakes. It's okay to be slow. The important thing is to try. From that day, I started trying every single day. My daily English practice at school. After that day, I made a promise to myself. I would practice English every day at school. During breaks, I would speak English with my friends. At first, they laughed. They said, "Why are you speaking English? We are in India. Speak Hindi." But I didn't stop. I kept speaking. Slowly, some friends joined me. We made it a small group. We called it the English Club. We were only 5 students, but we practiced together. We helped each other. We corrected each other. We encouraged each other. In the library, I would read English books. I started with very simple books, children's books, short stories, fairy tales. I didn't understand everything, but I tried to understand the main idea. I would write down new words in my notebook. I would look up their meanings. I would use them in sentences. After school, I would stay back for 30 minutes. I would sit in the empty classroom. I would practice speaking English to myself. I know it sounds strange, talking to yourself, but it helped. I would imagine I was having a conversation. I would ask questions and answer them. "Hello, how are you?" "I am fine, thank you. How are you?" "What did you do today?" "I went to school. I studied English." Simple conversations, but they built my confidence. After school, my sacred study time. When I come home from school, I follow a routine. First, I wash my hands and face. Then I change my clothes. My mother serves me lunch. Usually it's rice, dal, and vegetables. Simple food, but delicious. After lunch, I rest for 20 minutes, just a short nap. It refreshes my brain. Then, at 3 p.m., I sit at my study table. This is my sacred time, my English time. My study table is very simple. It's just a small wooden table with one chair, but it's my special place. On my table, I keep my English books, my notebook, a dictionary, a pen, a small clock. The clock is important. It helps me manage my time. My daily English practice routine, 3 p.m. to 5 p.m. Every day from 3 p.m. to 5 p.m., I practice English. This is my routine. Step 1. Reading, 30 minutes. I start by reading. At first, I read children's books, books like The Jungle Book or Alice in Wonderland. These books use simple English. I read slowly. I read out loud. I pay attention to pronunciation. When I see a new word, I underline it. I don't stop reading. I try to understand from context. After I finish reading, I look up the new words in my dictionary. I write them in my vocabulary notebook. I write word, meaning, one example sentence. For example, word, courage, meaning, bravery, not being afraid. Sentence, I need courage to speak English in front of people. Step 2. Writing, 30 minutes. Next, I practiced writing. Every day, I write about my day. I write in English. At first, I could only write 3 to 4 sentences, like this. Today, I went to school. I studied English. I played cricket. I came home. Very simple, very basic. But slowly, I improved. After 6 months, I could write full paragraphs. Today was a good day. I woke up at 6 a.m. I had breakfast with my family. Then I went to school. In English class, we learned about past tense. It was interesting. After school, I played cricket with my friends. We won the match. I was very happy. Now I am at home, writing in my notebook. See the difference? More details, more variety, better sentences. Writing every day improved my grammar automatically. I didn't study grammar rules separately. I learned by doing. Step 3. Speaking practice. 30 minutes. This is the most important step. Speaking. But I had a problem. I didn't have anyone to speak English with. My parents don't speak English. My friends only spoke English at school, not at home. So what did I do? I spoke to myself. I would stand in front of the mirror. I would pretend I was talking to someone. I would introduce myself. Hello, my name is Rajesh. I am 19 years old. I live in Rajapur. I am a student. I love learning English. I would have imaginary conversations. What is your favorite subject? My favorite subject is English. Why do you like English? Because it helps me communicate with the world. Yes, I know, it sounds crazy, talking to yourself in the mirror. But it works. It really works. When you speak out loud, you practice pronunciation, fluency, confidence. You also notice your mistakes. When I spoke, I could hear myself. I could correct myself. Finally, I practice listening. 30 minutes. I watch English videos on my phone. I watch cartoons, short films, motivational speeches. My favorite is watching TED Talks. The speakers talk clearly. The topics are interesting. At first, I didn't understand much, maybe 30%. But I kept watching. I watched with English subtitles. I would pause and repeat sentences. After 6 months, I could understand 60 to 70%. Listening every day trained my ears. Now I can understand English movies without subtitles.
Nighttime, family support. At night, after dinner, my father sits with me. Even though he doesn't speak English, he supports me. He asks me, "Tell me a story in English." I speak slowly and clearly. I tell him about my day, or I tell a story I read. Sometimes I forget words. Sometimes I make mistakes. But my father smiles. He says, "Don't worry, you are doing great. Just keep practicing." His encouragement means everything. My mother also listens. She doesn't understand the words, but she sees my confidence growing. She sees me improving. She is proud, and that makes me want to work harder. Every Sunday, planning my week. Every Sunday morning, I make my weekly plan. I sit down with my notebook. I write my goals in English. I write, "This week I will read 10 pages from my English book, learn 50 new words, write 7 paragraphs, 1 each day, watch 3 English videos, speak English for 30 minutes every day." This plan keeps me focused. It keeps me disciplined. I also write my long-term goals, my big goals. Speak English fluently, pass my English exams with good marks, get a good job where I can use English, travel to other countries, help other students learn English. Writing my goals makes them feel real. It reminds me why I am working so hard. Tracking my progress. I also track my progress. Every day, I put a check mark next to each task I complete. V, read 10 pages, done. V, learned 10 new words, done. V, wrote 1 paragraph, done. When I see those check marks, I feel motivated. I feel accomplished. Small daily wins lead to big long-term success.
It wasn't always easy. I want to be honest with you. Learning English was not easy. It was hard, very hard. There were many days when I wanted to quit. Challenge 1. Feeling stupid. Sometimes I felt stupid. I would try to speak English and people would laugh. They would say, "Your pronunciation is wrong. Your grammar is bad." It hurt. It made me feel small. But I remembered Mr. Kumar's words, "Mistakes are your teachers." So I kept trying. I didn't let the laughter stop me. Challenge 2. Slow progress. Sometimes I felt like I wasn't improving. I would study for weeks, but I still made mistakes. I still struggled. I would think, Why am I even trying? I will never be good at English. But my mother would say, progress is slow, but it's happening. Don't give up. She was right. Progress was happening, just slowly. Challenge 3. Loneliness. Learning English was lonely sometimes. My friends didn't take it seriously. They didn't practice like me. I didn't have anyone to practice with. I felt alone. But I decided, I don't need others to succeed. I can do this alone. And I did. Challenge 4. Distractions. There were so many distractions. My phone, social media, TV, friends calling me to play. It was hard to say no. It was hard to stay focused. But I made a rule. From 3 p.m. to 5 p.m., no phone, no TV, only English. That rule changed everything. The moment I almost quit. There was one day when I almost quit completely. I was in class 12. I had been studying English for 2 years. We had an English speaking test at school. Each student had to speak in front of the whole class for 2 minutes. I was nervous, but I thought I was ready. When my turn came, I stood up. I started speaking. But halfway through, I forgot what to say. My mind went blank. I stood there in silence. Students started laughing. I felt so embarrassed. I felt like a failure. That night, I cried. I told my father, I can't do this. I want to stop learning English. My father looked at me. He said, Rajesh, do you remember when you learned to ride a bicycle? I said, yes. He said, you fell down many times. You got hurt, but you kept trying, and now you can ride perfectly. English is the same. You will fall, you will fail, but you must keep trying. Those words saved me. I didn't quit. I kept going.
1 year later. 1 year after I almost quit, everything changed. I was in my first year of college. I was 19 years old. Our college organized an English speech competition. I decided to participate. I prepared a speech about my journey, about how I learned English, about my family's support. On the day of the competition, I was nervous, but I was also confident. I walked onto the stage, I looked at the audience, I took a deep breath, and I spoke. I spoke clearly, I spoke confidently. I didn't forget my words. When I finished, the audience clapped. The judges smiled. I won second place. When I came home with my certificate, my parents were so happy. My mother cried tears of joy. My father hugged me. He said, I am so proud of you, son. That moment, that feeling, made all the struggle worth it. Today, living my dream. Today, 5 years later, I am living my dream. I can speak English fluently. I can write English clearly. I can understand English movies and books. I work as an English tutor. I teach young students in my town. I tell them my story. I tell them, if I can learn English, you can too. I also make videos like this. I share my journey online. I want to inspire others. English changed my life. It opened doors I never knew existed. Because of English, I got a good job. I can communicate with people around the world. I can read books and watch movies. I can help my students. I feel confident. None of this would have happened without daily practice. My message to you. Now, my dear friends, I want to talk to you directly. If you are learning English right now, I know how you feel. I know you feel scared. I know you feel embarrassed when you make mistakes. I know you think, my English is not good enough. I will never be fluent. I felt the same way. But I want to tell you something. You can learn English. You will learn English if you don't give up. My advice for you. Let me give you simple advice, the same advice that helped me. 1. Start small. Don't try to study 5 hours a day. You will burn out. Start with 30 minutes, just 30 minutes every day. Read for 10 minutes, write for 10 minutes, speak for 10 minutes. That's it. Small steps lead to big results. 2. Be consistent. The secret is not intensity. The secret is consistency. It's better to study 30 minutes every day than to study 5 hours once a week. Daily practice builds habits. Habits build success. 3. Don't be afraid of mistakes. You will make mistakes, many mistakes. Your pronunciation will be wrong. Your grammar will be bad. That's okay. That's normal. That's how you learn. Every mistake is a lesson. Every failure is a step forward. 4. Speak out loud. Don't just read silently. Speak out loud. Talk to yourself. Talk to the mirror. Talk to your pet. It doesn't matter who you talk to. Just speak. Speaking builds confidence. Speaking makes English natural. 5. Practice every day. This is the most important advice. Practice every day. No excuses. Not just when you feel motivated. Not just when you have time. Every single day. Even if it's just 10 minutes. Consistency is everything. 6. Be patient with yourself. Learning English takes time. It took me 5 years to become fluent. Don't compare yourself to others. Don't expect to be perfect in 3 months. Be patient, be kind to yourself. Keep going.
Believe in yourself. I was not special. I was not gifted. I was just a regular student from a small town. I didn't have money. I didn't have fancy teachers. I didn't have special resources. But I had determination. I had discipline. I had daily practice. And that was enough. If I can do it, you can do it. You don't need to be perfect. You just need to be consistent. You don't need to be fast. You just need to keep moving forward. One day, one practice session, one sentence at a time. Thank you. Thank you so much for listening to my story. Thank you for spending this time with me. I hope my story inspires you. I hope it gives you courage. Remember, start small. Practice daily. Don't fear mistakes. Be patient. Believe in yourself. You can learn English. You will learn English. I believe in you. Please keep practicing every day. Keep smiling. Keep reading. Keep speaking English. I will share more stories like this, more tips, more encouragement. We are learning together. We are growing together. See you in my next video, my dear friends. Take care. Stay strong. Keep learning. Bye-bye.